is up, guys? Pwn here, and today we're going to install an Orange ModWorks Alpha Trooper kit. Actually, two kits. They're Stage 1 and Stage 2 kits. If you saw one of my recent thrifting videos, you will know I was able to pick up a second Elite Alpha Trooper, and only having one Alpha Trooper was actually what was preventing me from installing this kit. Because after I started sort of the collecting process, I wanted to keep one blaster of every variety in stock form. But before I get into that too much, I just want to show you a little package I received pretty recently from Orange ModWorks. And I had no clue this was coming. It has nothing to do with me being on YouTube. It was just due to the fact that I had ordered this kit from them a long time ago. I was actually part of their pre-order for the original 6-shot cylinder kit. And because of that, they emailed me a few weeks ago and said they were going to ship me out a present, essentially. So I just wanted to break that open and kind of share that with you guys on camera. Here's the package right here. Alright, so it looks like I got a hammer and assembly as well as an aluminum trigger for the hammer shot. I think this is because their new hammer shot kit actually comes with aluminum instead of the plastic that they had printed before. And it also comes with a little extra foam pad, I guess, that helps create the seal in the hammer shot. So pretty cool. Thank you, Orange ModWorks, for sending this to me. I'm happy to get it, and I'll definitely be throwing it into a hammer shot at some point. Alright, with that out of the way, let's unpack these kits and see what you get. The Unleash Solid Alpha Trooper kit comes with a 5kg spring, which is double that of the stock Alpha Trooper spring, a metal catch, 2 stronger catch springs, and then a reinforcement plate that keeps the spring from shooting back into the plunger housing when it's being primed. Now this kit is where the increased power is going to come from. It's a standalone kit, so you can just throw this into your Alpha Trooper, and then barring any damage this kit might cause to your original Alpha Trooper parts, this should give you about the performance increase that you will see from both kits. The Unleashed Solid kit for the Alpha Trooper Stage 2 comes with a reinforced bolt sled, as well as a reinforced plunger tube, and a nice cast aluminum trigger. I wasn't lying when I said this was an old kit, because it actually came with silicone grease, whereas now I think Orange ModWorks is typically shipping white lithium grease. Alright, well, let's get both these kits installed and see what sort of performance gains we can get in the Elite Alpha Trooper. Alright, so my batteries died and I got distracted, so we're filming this actually the following day. Got the kit installed. You may notice this was the first time I got into this Alpha Trooper. So there's 3 locks that can be removed while I was getting this installed. One issue I did have was getting the pin in through the bolt, connecting it to the bolt sled was a little difficult, but it did require actually hammering the pin in, and doing that alone while trying to maintain the integrity of the bolt sled, holding it apart with my fingers, was kind of difficult, so you might need an extra pair of hands. And if you're really young and you don't have solid strength and dexterity with your hands, you may need the help of an adult to get this kit put together. But other than that, it went into the blaster fairly easily. Now, one other note is that there is no way to deprime this blaster. You will either have to keep track of your darts very well or end up dry firing at least once, and then another time if you're removing the magazine, if you're not loading in another magazine. So definitely be careful with the dry firing, but you will have to dry fire the blaster every once in a while. Alright, so here it is. I will do a quick firing demonstration side by side, and here with the normal stock Alpha Trooper as well as this Alpha Trooper. I'll run both these across the chronograph, get you some data there, and then we'll go do a comparison on the side of the house to see if we can see a difference firing downrange. Now for the Alpha Trooper with the Orange ModWorks kit. Alright, so running it across the chronograph, a normal Alpha Trooper I've clocked at an average of 61 FPS, and then the Alpha Trooper with this Orange ModWorks kit I clocked at 83 FPS. Now after reviewing the chaos, I'm pretty sure that my chronograph reads about 10 FPS low, so I wouldn't take my numbers as an absolute value, but they're definitely accurate when we're talking about the difference between a stock and a kit. And also when I do reviews, since I'm comparing every blaster I have tested in the past on the same chronograph, if I say it's right up there, then it definitely is right up there. So all I'm saying is when you see maybe someone like Coop doing a review and they say the FPS is between 72 and 75, I'm thinking the readings that I get for that same blaster are going to be between 62 and 65. But it's the same blaster. You're getting about 20 FPS with both these kits installed, and sometimes that doesn't feel like a lot. If we think about original N-Strike blasters versus N-Strike Elite blasters, that difference is about the same, maybe even more. The difference between a Rampage and a Raider is astronomical. You wouldn't even want to use a Raider in a battle. So I think there is definitely improvement there with this kit. This blaster makes an incredibly satisfying sound. It was coming out of the gate with a high velocity, and it was definitely hitting that fence very hard and getting there very quickly. So do I like this kit in general? Yes, I do. I think this is actually my favorite Orange ModWorks kit. So far I've installed a couple Strong Arm kits, a couple Rampage kits, the Long Strike Immortal kit, and this one feels just the ease of priming, the ease of installation. This feels like one of their best kits. So is it worth it? For the costs, I will put links to Orange ModWorks directly, and then also to Amazon links, because you can also get these kits on Amazon. And I think if you have Prime, because shipping is usually between like $5 and $6, at least from where I live, ordering these off Amazon, because I have Prime, is actually a better deal than ordering them straight from Orange ModWorks. The Stage 1 kit is $12.99, and that is primarily where you're going to get your power from. And the Stage 2 kit is $29, and that is going to be where you get most of your durability from. So what I would recommend, I would definitely recommend getting the Stage 1 kit for your Alpha Trooper. I definitely liked the power gains there. Maybe hold off on getting the second kit, or even get a kit from another manufacturer, Stage 1, like a stronger spring, and then wait until you break your Alpha Trooper internals, because you will. With double or sometimes triple the spring loads that were meant to be inside these things, you will eventually break some of the internal components. And at that point, you can think about getting the Stage 2 kit, because I don't know anyone else that's making stronger actual like bolt sled and plunger components other than Orange ModWorks. So again, my recommendation, definitely pick up Stage 1. I think it's a pretty good value for $13. And then maybe hang off on getting the Stage 2 kit, although I do think it's worth it, especially if you've got a busted Alpha Trooper. Where else are you going to get internals from? Alright guys, that is it for this review of the Orange ModWorks Stage 1 and Stage 2 kits for the Elite Alpha Trooper. Until next time guys, remember, it's not about having fun, it's about pumping up your blaster's FPS with Orange ModWorks kits.